in the last section, we finished the download of Android Studio. So if I open up my downloads folder, I should now see, and I know this text is very small right now, but bear with me. I'm on the Windows machine. My Windows machine is not really set up for recording video as well as my Mac is. Anyways, back on topic. This is our Android Studio right here, the installation file. So I'm going to start up the installation. And this is an installation that's going to take a very long time to finish. So we're going to start it up right now, install a couple other things, and then probably take a 15-minute break, to be honest, and then come on back and work with the Android Studio. So we'll get the launcher. Here we go. Android setup. Next, we get prompted with three options here: the Studio, SDK, and Virtual Device. And we want all three of these. So we will leave them all checked. Go on to the next. It's a license agreement. If you want to read it, certainly feel free to do so. I'll hit I agree. And then this is very critical, very critical. Down here on the second link, we've got a link to the SDK. All right, so a link to the SDK. I want you to take note of this the second term inside of here, or I guess third. So I've got C users and then your username for your particular machine. Okay, this is going to be very relevant later on. So for me, my user on the machine that I'm currently on, I am logged in as computer because that's just what I called my login. Yours might be like Matt, Jane, whatever your login name is. Just keep that in mind. So I'm not going to change any links in here, and I highly encourage you to not change them either. We'll go next. We can change the name if you would like. I'm going to leave it the same. And then finally, we'll start off the installation. So this right here is the part that is probably going to take a very long time. Trust me, this progress bar right here is quite deceptive. This will probably end up taking a little bit longer than we think. So while this runs, we are going to do a little bit, or just another piece of installation. At my start menu, I'm going to open the start menu and then just type in command, and this is going to open up the command prompt. I'm going to right click this and run it as administrator. So please make sure that you do launch this as an administrator. And so here I am at my command prompt. At this point in time, we've already installed both Node and Python. So just to test out the installation, I will type node-v. And I see here, yep, version 6.6. So you will want to make sure that you correctly see some number print up here. If you see something that says unrecognized command, well, something is definitely off with the Node installation, and we'll need to do a little bit of troubleshooting. The next thing we're going to do is install the React Native command line tools. The React Native command line tools have exactly two purposes. First off, it generates a new project, which is what we're really concerned about right now. And its second purpose is to test our projects inside of the Android simulator. We can install the React Native command line tools by running npm install -g React Native CLI. So this will take just a second to install. It's a rather small package. And there we go. We are now going to use the React Native CLI to generate our first project. So by default, chances are your command line is opening you up in Windows System 32. This is not really a fantastic place, obviously, for placing a React Native project. So I'm going to change to another drive for myself. Basically, you can take yourself to wherever you have your workspace, right? Any projects you want to place, it might be in My Documents or wherever it might be. In my case, I've already got a folder called React Native. And so inside of this folder, I'm going to place my new React Native project that we're going to generate right now. So once I'm inside of a place where I can store my React Native application, I will use the React Native CLI that we just installed by writing react-native init and then albums. So the first part here is a reference to the command line tools that we just installed. The first argument to that is init, which is us telling it, hey, please initialize or create a new project. And then the third term here, the second argument, is albums. So this is telling React Native that we want to initialize a new project called albums. So I'll hit enter, and it will do its own little thing. Now, installation of a new React Native project can take a little bit of time, like definitely a hefty little bit of time. So while this is running, let's go back over and check out our Android installation. So I'm still only at 69%. So I think that this would be a fantastic time to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we will have the Android SDK completely installed, and we will also have our React Native project installed as well.